ஆடும் பரிவேல் அணி சேவல் என பாடும் பணியே பணியாய் அருள்வாய் தேடும் கயமா முகனை செருவில் சாடும் தனி யானை சகோதரனே. திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். அண்ட சராசரங்களுக்கெல்லாம் அதிபதியாக விளங்கக்கூடிய முருகப்பெருமானுடைய ஒப்பற்ற பெருங்கருணையினாலே ஞானத்திரள் வழங்கும் பெரிய புராணம் ஆங்கில தொடர் இன்றைய தினம் தொடர்ந்து சிந்திப்பதற்கு திருவருள் கூட்டியிருக்கிறது. This serial is being sponsored by Mrs. and Mr. Saravanan of Qatar. They have taken all the pains to propagate and make available Periyapurnam in English to those who are not familiar with Tamil or versatile with Tamil. So they would be able to appreciate and understand the great deeds of 63 Nayanmars elaborately described in Periyapurnam. See, we have to pay our pujas to the Almighty, but at the same time we have to conduct pujas for the adiyars also. In Saivam, Pujai, otherwise called Vadibadu, this puja, devotion, is appreciated when you perform for Lord Shiva, but at the same time it is equally appreciated if you perform it for the disciples of Lord Shiva. It is being considered that the disciples are not less than Lord Shiva, and they are looked at as if Lord Shiva has manifested himself in the form of adiyars. The third one is to conduct puja for the Bodha Gurus. In Periyapurnam, all the fame of adiyars are brought out. These adiyars, they would be having some principles in their lives, and they will never deviate from the principles under any circumstances. The principles mostly will be some service to either Lord Shiva or to his disciple. They will be serving food for the adiyars. They will be supplying clothes and other needs for the adiyars. And some Nayanmars will protect adiyars from their foes or from their any ill being things. So either you do the service for the temple or you do the service for the disciples of Lord Shiva. They are equally bringing the greatness in the life of a person. So either you go to temple, you pray, you perform puja, and you recite padiyams, all these things you can do. But at the same time, if you are able to do some service to the temple, well and good. Do some service, cleaning and maintenance of Nandavanams, gardens, plucking flowers and giving garlands to the temple for the pujas. These things you can do. Otherwise, you can also do the service to the people who are coming to the temple. The people may need so many things. You just attend to their needs, take care of them, feed them food also. In that way, you are doing the great service to the disciples. God will be happy if you perform puja. If you pray before Him, He would be happy. But He would be much happier if you do the service to His adiyars. So the easy way to convince and satisfy and make Lord happy by doing service to His disciples. In that way, people will be more pertinent, they will be more concentrated, they will be more interested in rendering service to the disciples. In other words, service comes first, then prayer comes subsequently. So Lord gives priority to the service and then only to the prayer. If you make a prayer without service, of course, the prayer will be heard by Lord Shiva, no doubt about it, and He will do something about it, that there is no doubt about it. But if you want your prayers to be heard by Lord Shiva with immediate attention and with immediate rectification, then your prayer should be preceded by service. If you render service and then if you go and stand before Lord Shiva with your prayer, you will be given preference and priority. That is why Upper Swami says, En kadan pani seidu kidappade. Tangadan adiyenayum tangudal. So what does it mean? My duty is to render service, and it is imperative that you must safeguard us. So do some service, and by that way you have a right to demand before God your requests. Our Nayanmars also lived lives as we have discussed now. They served Lord Shiva, they served for the people, and they also guided the people to render service. For example, Navukarasar did a lot of service of cleaning the temple, so that adiyars find it very easy to make darshan of the temple. We were seeing the episodes of Thiru Gnanasambandar. Thiru Gnanasambandar was visiting each and every temple, and he had taken the pains of meeting all the disciples of Lord Shiva in that areas in and around the temple. He would be singing padiyams with a strong power, and he would be guiding the people. Whenever you make prayers, make your prayer along with the padiyam. All padiyams are in Tamil. You just go stand before Lord Shiva and sing this padiyam and make your demand, so that the padiyams with his power will give you all the things you need. So Gnanasambandar is very well known by adiyars of having given about 302 by him in various temples under various circumstances. People would be happy to hear the Padiham sung by Gnanasambandar and also in the Yaal by Neelakandar Yaalpanar. Gnanasambandar was having a desire to visit the temples along with the Thirunavukarasar for some time. He liked it and he made a request to Thirunavukarasar. Let us both jointly visit the temples and make darshan. I am willing to have your company, he was saying. Navukarasar agreed to that, and both of them were visiting a lot of temples together. Navukarasar used to go prayerly because he would be going to temples by walk, whereas Gnanasambandar was travelling in a palanquin even by Lord Shiva. So after Thirunavukarasar left the place, he would be following him in the palanquin. Likewise, they would be jointly visiting a lot of temples and making individual padihams. Like that, they had been to Thiruvedimedalai that we were discussing in the last episode. When they visited, they submitted padihams. Gnanasambandar submitted padihams. Thirunavukarasar also submitted padihams before Lord Shiva, and devotees were very happy. And Gnanasambandar and Thirunavukarasar decided to stay there for quite some time. At that time, a severe drought prevailed due to the failure of monsoon, and all the rivers ran dry, and there was a heavy acute shortage of food grains. Gnanasambandar and Thirunavukarasar were a little worried about the situation, because what would happen to the Adiyars? They didn't want to leave the place under the above condition, so they stayed there and they prayed Lord Shiva to take care of this famine position. In the night, Lord Shiva appeared both for Thiru Gnanasambandar and Thirunavukarasar, and he told them, you would not be affected by the famine, but still the disciples, the Adiyars who are following you, they should not undergo this suffering. So I will do one thing, I will leave a gold coin on the sacrificial platform in eastern side and also on in the western side. For Gnanasambandar, a coin would be appearing on the eastern platform. For Thirunavukarasar, a coin would be appearing on the western platform, he was saying, and subsequently both of them woke up and found that Lord Shiva has assured them gold coins to prepare food and distribute to the people in the acute shortage of food grains. So they woke up and they, after routine things, they visited the temple. To their happiness, they found a coin on the platform, sacrificial platforms. Navakar found one on the western side, and Gnanasambandar found one on the eastern side. They went to the Sannadhi and they were paying the obeisance and prayed before Lord Shiva with a padiham. Navakar offered a padiham, Gnanasambandar offered a padiham, and then they both left the temple, came out with the coins. Gnanasambandar called the cooks in the mutt and told them, giving the coin, to get the grocery and do the cooking and feed the people twice daily. Thiru also went to his mutt, called the cook, gave the coin, asked him to procure the necessary grocery, rice, dal and everything, and to prepare food for Adiyas. So both mutts prepared food and people were coming in, and also announcement was made throughout the streets of Thiruvannamalai that food would be available in Upper Madam and Sambandar Madam. So people may come in and take food both midday and evening. On hearing the announcement, people were flowing in and they were all taking food with quite a happy mood. They were fed with sumptuous meals, and people were all very happy and they were praising Lord Shiva and also the Gurus Sambandar and Navakar. Things are going like this, but Sambandar found that a delay has been experienced in his mutt, because in his mutt people were waiting to take food and it took a long time to feed them. He inquired about the Thirunakkar mutt, but where the food was served in time and there was not a delay experienced there, and people were very happy to go and dine there. Sambandar was not was at a loss to know the real fact and called the people in the mutt and asked them why the delay was experienced in his mutt. They told that when the gold coin in Thirunakkar mutt was taken to the market, the people readily accepting it and offering all the grocery things, and they immediately start preparing food. But whereas in Sambandar Madam, when they take the gold coin to the market, the people were not immediately giving it, because the coins they say a bit flawed and it should be a discount should be given, and the coin is a devalued one, like that they were saying, and they were taking some more time to value it, and finally when they give the grocery, delay was experienced and subsequently the food was served delayed service was experienced. When they told the details, Sambandar thought, why God has given him a devalued coin? God is equal to all. He must have given the coin, devalued coin means to me means it should also be a devalued coin for upper also. How can it be taken readily and without a discount, and why my coin should be discounted? He was wondering, and he was praying, Lord Shiva, what's going on? And immediately he came to know that Lord Shiva gave both of them devalued coins. He didn't make any difference. He was equal to both people. But what happened was, when Navukarsar was taking the coin from the sacrificial platform, the devalued one becomes pure one. The impurity in Gnanasambandar's coin was prevailing, while the impurity in Thirunavukar's coin was removed and the coin becomes pure, because Navukarsar, when he touched the coin with his hands, because of the holiness of his hands. What holiness? He was doing service by his hands. That is called Ulavaram. He was doing the Ulavaram, and because of the Ulavaram, cleaning service with his hands always, his hands become so powerful, it will make any impurity to purity. So that is why when he touched the coin on the platform, it went to pure. Gnanasamandar found it, and he decided that next day he would be requesting Lord Shiva to give him a pure coin. Otherwise, he would be asking him to remove the impurity from the coin. Vasiti Rabbe Kasu Nalguvir Masin Midalayir Yesalille. That was the Padikam he recited the next day. And since he recited the Padikam, he was able to get a coin in a pure form. The impurity didn't appear, and the merchants immediately accept that coin also without any devaluation. They supplied the materials. That is how the problem was solved, and both of them were happy, and they were serving food to the people. It went on like this, and after a few months rain came over, and the famine disappeared, and the fields started giving the food grains very well. So the peasants were also very happy, and the famine disappeared. Gnanasambandar and Thirunavukarasar were also happy. They decided to leave that place and to proceed with their regular pilgrimage. Gnanasambandar got into his palanquin and started the travel, and before him Thirunavukarasar left the place, and he reached by walk to Tiruthalayangadu, Tiruperivelur, Tirukailai. Likewise, lot of shrines they visited, offered padikams, and finally they came to Tirumarikadu. Today it is known as Vedaranyam. It is on the seashore, and the people of the town, when they came to know that both Sambandar and Appar are coming together, they felt very happy, and they adorned, decorated the whole town, and they made a festive movement, environment to receive them. Navukarasar reached the boundary first, and subsequently Gnanasambandar came. Both of them were welcomed, and they had been taken inside the town, and they reached the temple. All Ayyas bowed before Sambandar and Navukarasar. They in turn bowed them. And when they were ready to enter the temple, they found the gates closed. The front gate was found closed. They were wondering, and Sambandar was inquiring one Adyar, why the front gate is closed? How you reach the temple? He was asking. Then that Adyar told him, sir, once upon a time, some great people came to this temple and worshipped, and when they left, they recited in front of the temple some Vedic verses. Because of the special Vedic verses, the gate was automatically closed, and they left the place. After that, so many people came over here, and they recited Vedic phrases. The doors were not opening. So many people tried to open it by Vedic phrases. It didn't open. So people found it very difficult to enter the temple and make darshan of Lord Shiva. And they opened the side gate, and everybody is now accessing, making an access to the temple through that gate only. Nobody was able to enter the temple through this gate. Once it was closed by Vedic verses, it was never opened. And those people, they didn't return. And people here, when they recite Vedic verses, it is not opening. Then at that time, Thiru Gnanasambandar pondered over it, and he was thinking, and he told Thirunavukarasar, oh Appar, we cannot go by the side gate. We have to go and make darshan only through the front gate. The people are saying that the front gate was closed by Vedic verses recited by some people. Now we have come. Let us open this gate. You please recite a Tamil Padiham. Let it open the gate. He was asking. Thirunavukarasar didn't hesitate. Upon hearing the saying of Sambandar, he started the Padiham. The Padiham went on. கண்ணினால் நேருமை காண கதவை திண்ணமாக திறந்து அருள்மினே என்று கேட்டார். He was asking, he was begging, he was requesting, all the things he was making through the Padiham. But till 10 songs there was nothing happened. Nothing happened. The gate was not opening. And Appar Swami was a little upset, and he sang the 11th song. How can you be so adamant? Why don't you open the gate? I have been singing songs only depending on your greatness and mercy. I don't think I am capable of opening the gate. I am not singing the song depending on my personal qualification. I know you are merciful. Depending on your mercy, I am reciting this Padiham. So, without delay, open the gate, he was asking. In the next moment, the gate opened. All the adiyars overjoyed, and they were shouting, Arahara, Arahara. They were making the slogans. And Gnanasambandar was very happy and told Thiru, oh, you are great, he told him. All of them entered the temple, went before Lord Shiva. Gnanasambandar and Thiru, both of them prayed, and they prostrated before him, paid their obeisance, and went round the temple and came out. When they came out through the gate which the Padiham opened, Thirunakkar Padiham opened, through that gate they came outside. Once they were outside, Thirunakkar requested Gnanasambandar, oh my Lord, why don't you sing a song to close this gate? Because I have sung a song to open the gate. People now were able to understand that Tamil Padiham can open the gate, and it is equal to Vedam. The gate was closed by Vedam, and the gate was opened by another Vedam, Tamil Vedam. So it is equal to the Sanskrit Vedas, Tamil Vedas. It has been declared by Lord Shiva. But people should not get the idea that Tamil Padiham can only open the gate, it cannot close the gate. They should not think so. You sing a Padiham to close the gates. So that establishing that Tamil Padiham can open and also close the gates. Immediately, Thiru Gnanasambandar started singing a Padiham, Sadaram Maridan Thudi Seydu Vanangum. It started like that. To everybody's astonishment, the gate closed on the first song itself. Overjoyed, people shouted, Arahara, Arahara, Arahara. Gnanasambandar didn't stop the song. He continued and finished 11 songs. With the Tirukadai Kapu, he completed the Padiham. Then both gurus, mentors, they were very happy, and adiyars also very happy. They were, the adiyars were bowing before them and prostrating before them, asking their blessings. Everything went on like that. And Navakar sir and Gnanasambandar proceeded towards their mutts. Thiru sir in a separate mutt, Gnanasambandar in a separate mutt. Thiru sir was staying in his mutt and he was thinking. Sleep was not coming to him. He was brooding over the incident in the morning. When we sing Padiham, the gate didn't open immediately. Only after completing 10 songs, only on the 11th, after persuading Lord Shiva, the gate opened. Whereas for Gnanasambandar, on the first song itself, the gates got closed. Why there was a delay for me? Did I do anything unpleasant thing for Lord Shiva? Whether he was not satisfied? Whether Lord Shiva didn't expect me to sing Padiham on my own accord? Or whether I didn't get the permission of Lord Shiva, I didn't get the nod of Lord Shiva before singing the song. Something went wrong. That is why Lord taken a long time to open the gate. But whereas for Pillayar, it immediately closed. He was thinking over and he was very much worried. Did I do something that God didn't like? He was thinking. He was weeping. And at that time, he was feeling a little sleepy. And in the dream, Lord Shiva in white saffron, in white cloths appeared. The whole body smeared with the holy ash. You come to me, you follow me, he was saying. Immediately he woke up and when he saw the entrance, the person he was seeing in the dream was standing over there. And he was also gesturing, come over here. Immediately he got up, Navakar sir ran towards him. Before he reached him, he left the place and he was going faster. Navakar sir was also following him. He wanted to reach him and ask him, who are you? Where do you want me to take? All these questions he wanted to ask. But he was not able to reach him at all. He was walking so fast. As a matter of fact, he was dragging Navakar sir. Navakar sir took fast steps and he was following. That person was not allowing him to reach him. So he was walking very fast. Navakar sir was also walking very fast, thinking that he would be reaching him now and then. Finally, they came to a place and he found that person was entering into a temple, and Navakar sir was wondering which temple was this one, and it is time after midnight. How he can enter into a temple? It would have been closed. He was thinking, but nothing stopped the person. He entered the temple and disappeared. When the things were going on like this, Sambandar got some instinct and he inquired about Navakar sir. And people told that Navakar sir was leaving and going. Where? He was asking. Nobody knew. He was going somewhere. Sambandar immediately asked the Palanguin people to come over and take him, and also asking them to follow him. So, we can guess that both the mutts should be adjacent. They should be neighboring mutts or one the opposite to each other, something like that. It should be very in close proximity, then only Sambandar could follow him. So, Sambandar, when he heard that Appar Swami left and he was going towards some, he was going very fastly. Where he was going, nobody was not able to find, because that person was visible only for Navukarsar. Others have not seen him. They saw only Navukarsar, but Navukarsar was following a person. That person was not seen by anybody else. That is why they were not able to give the information properly to Gnanasambandar. They told only that Navukarsar was proceeding very fastly. He was going on the path. Nobody knows where he was going. When they told him like this, Sambandar followed him, and when he stopped before the temple, they came to know that this temple is Thiruvaimur. Thiruvaimur. Thiruvaimur is different, Thiruvaimur. This is Thiruvaimur. Here, Sambandar got down from the palanquin and he was going near Navukarsar. By that time, Navukarsar, on seeing that person who he followed, disappeared. He started a padiham. Why you do like things like this? You have taken me from that mud. What do you want to tell me? Why did you do like this? All the disciples are only depending on your grace. If you do some mistakes, you please correct them. Don't punish us. Likewise, he was saying in the padiham, and was nearly weeping, crying. And at that time, intervened Pillayar, asked Appar Swami, what happened? He asked. On hearing the voice, Navukarsar turned this side and saw Sambandar, and he again looked towards the temple and addressed Lord Shiva. You had disappeared for me, but your son has come here. How can you hide yourself? Come out, show your darshan. We want to make it, he was saying. And when he finished the padiham, Sambandar told him, Appar Swami, oh, my great Appar Swami, see, Lord Shiva is there. He showed. Where? He asked. Where? He asked. Sambandar told him, you look at there. And when he showed him, he was able to see. Guru has to show, otherwise the disciple cannot see. For Appar Swami also, Gnanasambandar was a guru at that time. He only showed him Lord Shiva. Long time ago, Gnanasambandar showed Lord Shiva to his father. But he was not able to see. But Appar Swami was able to have darshan. When Gnanasambandar see here, when he showed like that, there is Rishabharudar with his spouse on the bull, Lord Shiva gave darshan. And the Appar Swami was very happy. Gnanasambandar also was very happy. Both of them recited songs. And after that, the temple opened in the early morning Both of them entered the temple, went before Lord Shiva, prostrated before him, and also offered songs to Lord Shiva there. Then they returned to Thirumarikadu. They were exchanging their ideas, and Navukarasar told that I had a small doubt which Peruman cleared. He had nothing against me, he had nothing negative thing against me. I thought like that. God was very happy with me, I can understand. So he would never mistake his ideas. I was able to understand. He was sharing his ideas with the other ideas, and they were there. Both of them were there in their respective mutts. Every day they would be visiting Vedaranyam through the front gate, and they would be offering the padiyams, and the things were going on like that. At that time, the Pandian Nadu, that is Tamil Nadu, at that time it was called Tamil Nadu, ruled over by Pandian king, was not in a palatable situation, and there the Jainism was in the upper hand. The king was also very much under the influence of Jainism, and the whole city was full of Samana monks, and because of their influence, people were also reluctant to visit temples. Nobody visited Meenakshi temple. Nobody touched the holy ash, and people were deviating from the Saiva Neri. The basic principles of Saivam were not observed, and people forgot to visit temple and to apply the holy ash on their forehead. So it went on like that, and the king, the ministers, the officers, the warriors, the captain, everybody was under the influence of Jainism. Once upon a time, the place was very well known for Saivism. So the situation was like that, but two people without fail they visited Meenakshi temple. They were following Saiva principles, and they were giving values to the Saiva principles. One of them was Mangayarkarasi, the queen of Pandian kingdom. The another one was Kulachirayar, the chief minister of the Pandian kingdom. Both of them were ardent devotees of Lord Shiva, and they were discussing how to revive Saivism in this country. Day by day it is deteriorating, and darkness has encompassed the whole city. The very big temple, Sukhanadar temple, lost its charm, and how to revive these things they were discussing with pain. At that time Kulachirayar told, "Oh ma'am, we both cannot do anything, but if a person comes to this kingdom, this Pandya country, everything will get changed and Saivism will again come back with glory. Mangaikarsi asked, who is that person? It is nobody other than Thiru Gnanasambandar. I heard that Thiru Gnanasambandar, he is in the camp, Thirumarikadu, he is there. If we send some secret messengers, requesting him to visit this Pandyan kingdom, explaining him the situation here, unless otherwise he comes over and takes care of the situation, nothing else could be done. We can pray him to come over here. But we should send secret messengers. Nobody should know that we are sending messages. Because the king himself is under the influence of Jain monks. He was saying. The queen agreed to that. Okay, we will do that. You just select some messengers. Let us ask them to go and immediately meet Thiru Gnanasambandar and explain him the position of our country, and also request him to visit us, to visit this place, to revive Saivism, to bring back the original fame of the holy ash. Say they choose, they choose some secret messengers. The chosen messengers were asked to proceed to Thirumarikadu and to meet Thiru Gnanasambandar and to explain him the very bad situation of, very ugly situation of the Pandyan kingdom, the atrocity of the summoned monks. All these things should be explained, and they must impress Gnanasambandar to come over to Pandyan kingdom, Madurai, to the Madurai city, to make the situation good. So the messengers were sent. The messengers, after long travel, they reached the holy shrine, Thirumarikadu, and they directly went to the mutts. They went to the Thiru Gnanasambandar mutt. At that time, Navukarsar was also in that mutt. Both Navukarsar, Thiru Gnanasambandar were discussing, and Adiyars were all over there. And these messengers were allowed to see Thiru Gnanasambandar. Thiru Gnanasambandar asked them, come on, tell me what you have brought. Then the messengers told the details. Oh my Lord, the place known for Saivism, Madurai, is now in darkness. Some monks have invaded and they had converted the king and also the officers and also the people. They have brainwashed and asked everybody to follow the Saman principles, Jainism. So people now were reluctant to visit temples. They are not following Saiva rules, principles. They were not aware of the situation. The people are forgetting their pujas, forgetting their native principles, native religion. Saivam is their religion. They forgot, and they were reluctant. They are reluctant to visit a temple. They don't apply holy ash on their forehead. Like that, the situation has become very worse. Now our queen and our chief minister Kulachariyar, both of them were very much worried, and they were the only two people who are trying their level best to bring back, to revive Saivism in Madurai. So they had sent us to narrate the situation to you and make a request to you to start over to Madurai. If you visit Madurai, people will be attracted towards you and you would be able to give them a new life of Saivism. That is why we have been sent here. We are here. Kindly come to our Madurai. The people, the messengers, the secret messengers were submitting. Sambandar immediately on hearing the situation, he agreed and started that I would be going to Madurai. But Navukar sir was taken aback. Oh, my little child, don't underestimate these summoned monks. They had nearly killed me. They had put me into lot of ordeals. Some other Lord Shiva saved me. But if you go over there with a small child, they were very adamant, they were arrogant, they will do anything for their religion. They won't look for justice, they won't look for righteousness, nothing they will look. They will do whatever they want. They had brainwashed the king, we were able to understand. So don't go. Sambandar didn't agree. Oh my Lord. See, in the serious situation, two people were weeping, crying, and they were begging, and they were looking at the sky for a few drops of rain, and they were expecting something to happen in that land, and they were reluctant to go anywhere for help, and they sought our help. They sent these people, believing that I would come over there and make right the situation. If I reject it, what will they do? Upper Swami immediately told, I will go. No, you had enough from that people. I will go. Upper Swami again told, okay, my son, you if you want to go, you can go, but the stars are not favorable. See, if we go, we have to face some difficulties. And at that time, Gnanasambandar told, oh my Lord, you know everything. We pray Lord Shiva every blessed day, every blessed hour, every blessed minute. We pray Him. How can we believe that bad things, evil things will come to us when we are protected by our Lord Shiva? We are continuously protected by Lord Shiva. What stars can do? People who are not near Shiva, who are not covered by Lord Shiva, they would be subject to all sufferings by the stars. But we are not like that. Adiyars are always covered by the shelter, by the security of Lord Shiva. He recited a very famous padikam, Veyuru Tholi Pangan, Vidamunda Kandan, Miga Nallavini Thalavi, Masari Tingal Gangai, Mudiveelanindan, Ulave Bugundadanal, Nyayiru, Tingal, Sevai, Budan, Vyadam, Velli, Sanibambirandu Mudani, Asaru, Nalla Nalla, Avai Nalla Nalla, Adiyaravarkku Migave. So, no stars, planets can influence us. We are being protected by Lord Shiva. I will go over there. Please permit me. Gnanasambandar was requesting Upper. Finally, Upper agreed. Okay, son, go ahead. If you don't go, whoever will go, you have to go. Go, win, and make the situation right. Some or other, Lord Shiva will be on your side, and whatever steps you take, Lord Shiva will grace it. So victory is yours, Appar was saying, and Sambandar started his journey leaving Appar behind to Madurai. With this we will just close this episode, and we will continue this in the next month, in the coming month, the episodes of Gnanasambandar. I am going to recite 5-lettered Mandira 5 times. I request you to kindly follow me. Om Namah Shivaya. 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 திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். தென்னாடுடைய சிவனே போற்றி, என் நாட்டவர்க்கும் இறைவா போற்றி, வெற்றிவேல் முருகனுக்கு அரோகரா. திருச்சிற்றம்பலம்.